faces at once. It's so thrilling.
Let us know if this makes any weird feedback like noise that we're live on two things. It shouldn't, but you know, just in case. So yeah, we just thought it would be fun to have a little like MKAL kickoff party.
MKAL kickoff party. Oots, 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 oots. Do-do-do-do. Pew, do-do-do-do. Pew, pew.
Yes.
Stripes in Space.
Yes.
This is the second ever Fiber Coven MKAL. I don't know what screen to look at, but I'll try and just look down the middle. I don't know what's going on.
It's fine.
So as Emily is the designer of our pair, maybe you can take it away talking about our MKAL.
Yeah, so Clue 1 is ready. You can download it from your Ravelry. If you were set up with the email pattern system, it's in your email inbox. Go check for it. Let me know if it didn't get there for any weird technical reason, but it should be there. And yeah, it starts off with a big number of stitches cast on. So hopefully you guys don't hate me right now.
It's good. It's really good. We both finished knitting it and we wore it all weekend in San Francisco.
It was actually a problem because we had to keep taking it off for selfies.
But it was good because we poked around Lucasfilm and were able to take some pictures of both of our matching Star Wars socks and the MKAL stuff in front of the Yoda fountain in Golden Gate Park, which is great.
Yeah, it was super fun.
We'll have to tell them more about that adventure.
Yeah,
after you get done talking about the MKAL.
Yes. Yeah, so Clue 1 starts off, if you've looked at it at all, you'll see that chevron shape is going to be there right from the beginning. And then I'm going to keep you guessing with the future clues. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really fun MKAL to knit because it really changes up every clue.
And then I came up with a Clue 3 variation that I will hopefully be able to communicate to the public if you want to make your shawl look a little more Mandalorian rather than just spacey in general.
Yeah.
It's real variable. It's fun.
Yes. And I had the only question I've had so far was on needle size, and I do recommend the 50-inch extra long cable for this. It is, as you can see, a lot of stitches right from the beginning. You also are kind of going to be working on the ends of some needles in some funky ways later. So I do recommend the big needle if you have it.
Or two 40-inch cables would be just fine too.
Yeah, totally. You could do the connector thing if your set has that. Lauren did hers on the 37 like the whole time, right?
Yeah.
And that was fine. You just will have a little extra room if you do the 50, and you will want to for the final clue. You will want an extra needle. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same size as your needles because you could twist around your tips and move them around, but you will want that second cable because there's going to be a lot of stitches at one point.
It's physically possible to do it on one 40-inch cable, but just if you do it
You'll
that
be
way,
happier.
If you do it that way, it'll be just fine, but just don't get scared if things look bunchy. You're like, oh my God, this isn't going to lay flat. And there's also some parts that you're like, oh my God, this isn't laying flat. Don't worry. Just see it. Trust the process. Trust the process.
Yes. Yeah. There'll be some curling during some clues, but don't worry. They get fixed later.
All your troubles will be resolved because Emily is a great designer.
Yeah. Tap emoji buttons if you've already started knitting your shawl. I'm curious if how many people have already started knitting. I know the Discord there, I've seen a couple pictures of some cast-ons in there.
Which some people picking out yarns, which is great. Yeah, the Discord is the Stripes in Space threads are open to everyone. You can see on our Patreon for free how to get into that. We would love to have you there. It's fun. It's a non-Ravelry option because like we've talked about before, even before Ravelry had accessibility issues, I don't like their forum set out. And honestly, I won't participate in a Ravelry discussion.
Yeah. Here, I'll make our background cute.
Thank you. You can see less of my kitchen and like my dog food bowls.
Yeah. Now we can just see your cute hearth. Yeah, so it'll be good. And that link to the Discord is in the pattern. If you haven't been able to find it, check in there. It's in that first info page packet thing before Clue 1. These are our pretty flowers that we got at the farmer's market earlier.
Oh no, you can't see
Yeah,
me
then
in the
you
other
can't
one.
see you in the yeah. Mhm.
Maybe I'll move that.
You can just have flowers coming out of your head. That's fine.
That's fine.
Now
you can see our flowers. Also, too, so there's going to be 5 clues, right?
Yes.
But a clue comes out every week.
Mm-hmm.
But
we're gonna be on Tuesdays.
It will all be on Tuesdays, but there's gonna be a few weeks after for you to finish up your projects.
Yeah. So if you're not a super speedy knitter, don't worry about it. You have through July to enter for prizes and all that good stuff. And all that info is in the info page of the MKAL pattern. So you can find all those details. And if you have any questions, ask us in the Discord or send me a DM on Instagram.
So I'm wearing a Star Wars inspired thing right now. This is the Slippery Cowl by Telly Beans on Instagram. And they just came out with a book, which is Knit Happy and Self-Striping Yarn. My yarn was featured in there. But this is not the project that my yarn was used for, but it was the one I like the best from the book. It's the Slippery Cowl.
It's cute.
And I used my Ahsoka color, Snips.
Yeah.
It's really good for if you have a whole bunch of self-striping scraps, which would be great for this project. Or if you just had a special skein of self-striping.
Ducky Dame asks, is the cast on that tricky? It's not. It's just a long tail cast on that is a substantial amount of stitches. So it's not any tricky cast on. It's just a long tail. And some people, they struggle with a long tail that's a lot of stitches. Just err on the side of giving yourself way too much yarn. It'll be fine.
The hard part is the counting.
And how I do long tail cast ons with a lot of counting is honestly, I just mindlessly cast on like a ton of stitches and then I count later. I don't count as I go because I'll lose track.
This is true. This is true. So we thought we'd do some Star Wars discourse.
Yeah.
But feel free to jump in with questions about the MKAL and we can get those answered.
But yeah, we figured while you're knitting that we'll just like talk about some dumb nerdy Star Wars things as we are wont to do.
It's our favorite topic. We've been watching Bad Batch. It's been great. We've got to watch
2 episodes together.
2 whole episodes together. It's fun. I like it.
I like it as well.
Can't wait to I'm so excited. I told my sweetie that when he comes home for the winter that he's watching Star Wars in chronological order with me. Because he asks me questions that I'm not good at answering. I'm like, well, I don't know. And he's gonna, so that way, hopefully it'll answer.
He'll know who everyone is. Yes.
Yes. I guess we could start out with the last one. When in Star Wars would you want to live if you got to be in the Star Wars universe?
Ooh. So I think I would want to live before the events of the prequels. Yeah, they have a corrupt government, but they don't have fascism. So,
Speaking from personal experience, I'd much rather live under a corrupt democracy than fascist dictatorship.
Yeah. They also still have the Jedis doing, trying to keep the peace. They're not doing an amazing job, but, it's better than, Sithy Emperor butt running around.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Or maybe just...
There's not active war.
To be fair, I could really live anywhere, kind of far away from things, not in the, core.
In Tatooine?
No.
That's far away from
somewhere
things.
A little nicer, hopefully.
Most of the planets that are far away from things suck, I think is the idea. Someone's chatting about the thing. Yes, MKAL, the long tail cast on more stuff. Yeah.
Speaking of planets to live, what do you think would be the best planet to live on?
So Naboo is I think,
obviously
pretty
nice.
obviously the best planet to live on.
I mean,
it's pretty and like Earth and yeah.
Ryloth seems nice.
Yeah. You could ride a blurg.
Seems like you could ride blurgs on many planets, though.
That's true. Lothal seems nice.
Lothal seems okay.
Especially pre-Empire taking it over. They had a cool city and stuff. They also have those cool loth cats, and I would be the person who would try to domesticate the loth cats.
Are they not domesticated?
I mean, they're just out in the wild in the show. I don't know if there's any pet ones.
I kind of got the impression that those were just feral loth cats, and there were domestic ones as well.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe
I would have a loth cat cafe.
You could serve space calf and pet loth cats.
That sounds like a good life.
It is, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, those like psychedelic looking planets from Clone Wars seem fun too.
Yeah, there's the one that has like crystals instead of plants. That does seem appealing.
Mm-hmm.
But they also have massive droid wars breaking out on their planet. So, you know.
But like, it's just so sad because none of that's their fault. This planet's just wanted to live in peace.
Yep.
Here there's these wars caused by all these factions of space wizards. I guess we should point out while our MKAL is Star Wars themed and we are ranting about Star Wars, the design is modular and maybe futuristic, I'd say, like modular and graphic.
Yeah.
But it's not explicitly Star Warsy. So anything you wanted to look modular and fun.
Yeah, you don't have to be a Star Wars fan to find the shawl wearable. It is not explicitly Star Wars themed. It's just kind of modern, and I use Star Wars themed yarn, so that's why that's why the logo is like Star Warsy, and we're being dorks and chatting about Star Wars because it's just a fun theme.
I also use Star Wars yarn, but mine doesn't look. Well, I mean, they both don't look super duper Star Warsy. Yeah.
How big does the MKAL end up? It's more of a stole than a schlanket because it is just the two skeins. So that's not a ton of yardage. I would say it's probably not a shawlette. It's more of just like a stole situation, but not like a huge Stephen West schlanket situation. It is very wearable. The shape is extremely wearable. I think it wears really nice is the in front, like bandana kind of style. And it also drapes over the shoulders really nicely.
I agree. Emily made me model.
You're a very good model. I took such good pictures of you.
It's true. I usually hate pictures of myself, but I like the ones Emily took. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously we're not going to share those pictures with you until the full pattern comes out in July. So you'll see them eventually.
Yeah, but like all during the photo shoot, I found this and wearing it over the weekend, I found the shawl to be super duper wearable. And just like Emily was saying, it's good bandana style. It's good. It sits really nice over the shoulders. It'll be really good with some sort of closure, like a pin.
Yeah, if you had a shawl pin, you could wear it like the around the shoulder stole way, like where it's like off the shoulder really easily. You could also kind of wear it like bandolier style, like a Chewbacca.
I wish
look
I could Chewbacca,
if you wanted. Yeah.
I had a college roommate who thought, well, not one of my husband's college roommates thought he could Chewbacca yell,
but couldn't.
He could okay. It wasn't great at Chewbacca impression. Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, who do you think is the best pilot in the galaxy?
Hera Syndulla.
I agree, but we're very partial to Space Mom.
She's the best.
Everyone else is like specialized. Poe's probably the best like fighter. Hera's just good at everything. Poe's like a really good like fighter, but he can't like, I don't think he could pilot like the Falcon or the Ghost. Something bigger. As successfully.
And Anakin has the Force, so he's cheating.
Yeah. Anakin and Luke both have the Force, so they're cheating a bit. Really, the only non-Force like people who are good pilots are Han, Poe, and Hera. And Hera can do both.
And like, Lando.
Yeah, Lando's pretty good too. Honestly, I feel like if the fucking damn it, I wasn't supposed to curse. Sorry, YouTube.
I don't think they'll kick us off the YouTubes. They just they don't like it.
Honestly, I feel like if the Millennium Falcon and the TARDIS could talk, they would have a good time complaining together. Both like used and abused spaceships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, who do you think is the best Jedi?
Best Jedi?
Morally, Ahsoka.
Yeah, but she's like so
not a
moral
Jedi.
that she's not a Jedi anymore. I feel like Hera could have made the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. Hera pulls off some sweet maneuvers and
Yeah. And Hera, I feel like Hera could have also blown up the Death Star in that viewing the second Death Star.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Best Jedi. I mean, like Yoda?
Yeah, maybe.
Right? He's like really good morally, and he's good at fighting and stuff. He just chooses not to most of the time.
I think Kanan's probably the most realistic Jedi.
Yeah, but he's not the best, right?
He's not the best
top
at
of his
anything.
class.
But he tries hard, and he's a good person.
Yeah, and I would say not Obi-Wan, because
No.
Obi-Wan like really failed with Anakin.
Yeah, Obi-Wan had good intentions, but not always good execution.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's certainly not Anakin.
No.
We love Kit Fisto. He's pretty rad.
He is pretty rad.
He didn't do anything objectionable.
Mm-mm.
He was ripped too.
Definitely not Obi-Wan, someone says.
Yeah, definitely not Obi-Wan.
If I haven't watched Star Wars, where should I start? Oh, what a good question.
It depends.
Yeah. Do you want to watch the whole thing? If you want to watch the whole thing, watch it in the crazy like timeline chronological order. If you think you might not want to watch the whole thing, don't do that, because you're starting off with some of the bad stuff.
Yeah.
If you like,
and also depends on whether you want to watch all the TV shows.
Yeah, I would say also if you like movies more than you like TV shows, like maybe start with the original trilogy and just like accept the 70s-ness of it all. But if you like
bad sci-fi.
Yeah, but if you like HBO style really good TV shows, maybe start with The Mandalorian, because it's like just legitimately good entertainment. You won't get like inside references of it, but the story, you'll still like appreciate it.
If you're hypercritical about bad content, you could just do Rebels original trilogy Mando.
Yeah.
If you're not in for like a huge investment.
Rebels is also, especially if you like other like similar like adolescent kid. I mean, it's not like for kids, but like if you enjoy animated shows, like if you enjoy a Steven Universe or Avatar,
if you like Further, and if you liked that, maybe go in for prequels and Clone Wars, and then you can hate watch the sequels like we do.
Yeah. I think this is a good plan.
Resistance is skippable no matter what you do.
Yeah, Resistance was just okay.
It doesn't really add anything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's really diverse, and like the main character is Asian, and he's really dumb. He's so dumb. I love him so much. Like every individual thing had the potential to be good. It just never came together. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Resistance is all episodes of Rebels, and you're like, this is okay. Please stick with it. It gets better like really quickly, and you'll be into it pretty fast.
We're Rebels evangelists.
We are. And it gets better on the rewatches. It's so well done.
It does, when you know like who ends up with who and how the storyline ends up. Not gonna lie, I don't want to give away spoilers, and everybody knows about my BS, but like the second time watching the episode that was kind of Zeb centric with him like finding his home, it kind of like, and the next time you go, it's gonna be happy sad.
Oh, cute.
Oh, on my rewatch I cried a little bit.
Literally all of the Star Wars content is on Disney Plus. Yeah, and Disney Plus, even if you get into it and you're watching Clone Wars and you don't want to watch all of it, they have like a pre-made list that skips some of the particularly bad episodes and like just catches you up on the important plot to watch the good Disney Plus season. So yeah, you can watch all the Star Wars on Disney Plus.
It would be really bad if anybody pirated things because they didn't want to spend money at a major corporation, though. That is not something that we would ever recommend that you do.
Yes. I have Disney Plus, though, because, like, hi.
That's the other thing, too, about streaming services. Why are they being salty about people sharing accounts when they offer multiple accounts? That's what they're there for. Power to the people, share accounts with your friends.
Disney Plus explicitly gives you like a number of people you can share it with.
Right. Right. But like, people are the big streaming services have been salty about that lately. And it's like, bro, you told us we could do it and we're doing it. Why are you being mad?
I feel like Netflix is the most salty about that.
Netflix is probably the most salty about that. Disney Plus is one of the least salty about that. Yeah, share
Disney knows that they make more money off of selling you merchandise of Baby Yoda than they do the streaming service. So they're like, yeah, share the account. You'll buy Baby Yoda plushes.
True. If somebody started watching Star Wars with The Mandalorian, how disappointed would they be in the rest of everything? I kind of feel like you should watch at least the original trilogy first, because
but some people I struggle with watching older movies sometimes if I didn't see them as a kid, because I'm like, what are these effects and stuff? Like, I don't like The Goonies because I saw it in college and I never watched it as a kid. And so I'm just like, what is this? What's happening? Yes. All the Disney Plus people trading accounts. It's good. My like whole extended family is on one Disney Plus account. We have like 8 profiles. It's good.
It was actually really cute. My friend who gave me her Disney Plus password, sometimes I slang her a little bit of yarn to say thank you. Before I started it, she's like, oh my God, you need to watch Mando. And it turns out she's very, very right about that. And I saw that like she had made me a little like profile and she'd picked out my icon for me. I'm like, oh, you made me a cool Mandalorian. Thanks so much. And like now I'm like, oh my God, you made me Bo-Katan. Like, I love her.
Yeah.
Katie Sackhoff has been like a perennial girl crush since the Battlestar Galactica days, though.
It's true.
What I really like about some things is that, like, so Katie Sackhoff voices her character in Clone Wars, and then she plays her character to perfection in The Mandalorian. Can I rant about my thing? About Tatooine aging people like potatoes?
Yeah, sure.
So there's been all these memes around the internet of like Fennec Shand and Bo-Katan, who by the time of The Mandalorian are solidly in their middle age, looking great, whereas Obi-Wan and Boba Fett aged like ball sacks. And it's true. But, and I think that's great because like Fennec Shand is played by an Asian woman. And like, that's the great thing about being not white is sometimes you age really nice. And like, she's got that going for her. Bo-Katan is a Mandalorian. I'm sure she shields her face from the sun a lot. That's why she has like great skin at 50 plus is because like she doesn't expose herself to a ton of sun. Whereas Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi have spent a lot of time in the desert on Tatooine baking like a freaking potato. And that's why they look bad.
Yes.
That's my thought, even though they're technically, well, I know Boba's younger than both Fennec Shand and Bo-Katan.
But he also got munched by a Sarlacc pit.
The trick is also not falling into a Sarlacc pit. I think Boba Fett would object to me say falling into a Sarlacc pit. Getting pushed into a Sarlacc pit. Avoiding Sarlacc pits is the key to beautiful dewy skin. And also not being,
we've never been in a Sarlacc pit.
I mean, we're also like 30. Shh. We're not like graceful.
Oh yes, Bo-Katan is Starbuck. It's great.
We love it.
Being a boss space lady.
And also too, like I really loved in The Mandalorian. This is minor spoilers for The Mandalorian. It's not a big deal. They let Katie Sackhoff's character like deadeye something in what is essentially a fighter pilot, like a fighter plane. And I'm like, Starbuck. I was so excited. I love her so much. What other stuff should we yammer about?
Well, I have some Star Wars, I guess we're not supposed to swear on YouTube, but F, Marry, Kill, Bone, Marry, Kill. Let's say Bang, Marry, Kill list for us to go through, which I thought
courtesy
could be
of BuzzFeed.
Fun. You can play along with us if you want.
Yes. Please pipe up in the comments. On Instagram or YouTube, wherever you're watching us.
Yes. So our first grouping is a little prequel grouping, and it's Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Mace Windu. So
I mean, obviously,
Marry, Kill.
Obviously, we're killing Anakin.
We're killing Anakin. We want nothing to do with him.
Who do you think is going to be more or less insufferable to be married to?
I think Mace Windu is going to be less insufferable to be married to.
Right. I'm already married to a philosophy major, and it's excruciating sometimes.
Yeah, I think I think I'm gonna be like Ventress and just bone Obi-Wan the one time and then move on with my life.
Yeah, I think I'd much rather be married to Mace Windu. He seems like decisive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he seems decisive.
Yeah. I like this system.
Okay.
Okay, now we have some ladies, and the ladies are Padme Amidala, Princess Leia, and Jyn Erso.
I love Jyn, but she's not marriage material.
No, she's kind of a mess. I think I'm going to
She's
marry
kind of-
Leia.
I don't know. Padme's hot and rich. I think I'm marrying her.
No, I can't handle her.
Mm,
I'm going to
that's
kill Padme.
That's true. I mean, is Leia not also rich?
Leia is also hot and rich.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. Leia
yeah, being married to a politician would be
bad. And Jyn, I'm gonna have just the one hot bang session with.
Yeah. Why are we agreeing on these?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the right. I would go with that too. Marrying Leia.
Yeah.
If you were married to Leia, you wouldn't if either of us were married to Leia, we wouldn't make a disaster baby that turns out to be a fascist.
Yes, we would be better parents. All right, now we have sequel trilogy trio: Finn, Poe, and Rey. This is hard. I don't want to kill anyone. I love everyone.
Oh, Finn seems the most marriageable to me. He seems nice and sweet and lovely to be married to. I'm already married.
I don't want to marry Poe.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to kill Rey because that is the least attractive quality of my current person I'm married to, is that he's a scavenger with a bunch of junk.
Yeah.
And that's not something I love about it.
I think I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to marry, well, we're flipping our marriage. You're marrying Finn.
I would marry Finn.
I'm going to marry Poe and just bang Finn. And I'm going to kill poor Rey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find her attractive, but like,
ironically,
she's kind of like asexual too. I don't know if she would like it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Rey is the Star Wars character that my partner finds most attractive because they share a love for old junk that doesn't work.
They have something in common. That's nice.
It is nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, some baddies. Baddies.
Oh, this one's not bad.
Okay. Darth Maul, Kylo Ren, and Darth Vader.
I think we're gonna kill Kylo Ren because we hate him the most, right?
He's hot though. I might just bang him.
Banging someone is a thing.
Yeah.
Is anybody in that marriageable? Not
No.
Maul. He talks too much.
He does.
Well, okay. We would both agree that Maul and Kylo Ren are not marriageable.
No.
Vader would be the most marriageable.
Maybe
he did.
But he killed so many children.
Oh, God. And he choked out his pregnant wife and destroyed everything she spent her entire career working on, which is like a garbage thing to do.
Marry Maul. I think I could fix him.
That's true. It would be nice to be a crime lord's wife.
Mm-hmm.
He does have he's the longest lived of them. Maybe
him and Darth Vader probably have similar lifespans.
I guess I could, if you had a good set of noise canceling headphones to just ignore everything he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Maul you could put up with that.
Yeah, he's also like busy going off on like crazy quests and stuff, so he might be gone a lot of the time, and you could just like
down
crime wife his stuff for him while he's gone.
You could just flirt with Emilia Clarke.
Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm going to marry Maul. I'm going to bang Kylo, mostly because Adam Driver's pretty hot, and kill Darth Vader.
But that's the thing, though. Like, if I had to choose between banging Hayden Christensen, like circa the prequels, or Adam Driver.
It's specifically Darth Vader, and Anakin was in the other one. So it is not Hayden Christensen.
Okay.
It is crispy, burnt body Darth Vader.
Okay, then I'm going to agree with you.
Mm-hmm. If it said Anakin, then I would give you that. But I think because it's Darth Vader, he is post-lava burns. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Maul's missing everything from the belly button down, and we're still picking him to marry.
He could have fun attachments.
This is the Star Wars content you came here for.
Okay, moving on.
No.
Oh no, droids. Okay, C-3PO, R2-D2, and BB-8.
This is Chopper Erasure, and I'm not here for it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Rebels content in this BuzzFeed list I have. Maybe we'll have to make up some Rebels ones. Well, I'm killing C-3PO for sure. I know he's the most humanoid shape, but yikes, I couldn't deal
Insufferable.
with him.
Maybe R2's more marriageable.
I think R2's pretty marriageable. And like BB-8 might have a fun attachment. He's got lots of attachments.
BB-8's like a child, though. BB-8 comes off like a child droid.
Yeah. No,
Why?
but I have to kill C-3PO.
Right.
He needs to die.
God, what's wrong with us? What's wrong with this? This is BuzzFeed. We didn't come up with this.
Oh, now it's Weird Creatures time. Maz, Katana, Chewbacca, and Yoda.
Maz has a fun bar.
Maz does have a fun bar.
I'd
Maz
marry
might be
into
married.
that.
Yeah. She's like a cool rebel, too.
Yeah, I could bang Chewie. That wouldn't be the end of the world.
Then you're going to kill Yoda.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. He's lived a long life.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Worst creatures. Watto from the prequels.
No, I can't do that.
Jar Jar Binks and Jabba the Hutt.
BuzzFeed, why?
I mean, that's the point of these, right? To make terrible choices.
Like Jar Jar's the least objectionable looking, closest to human.
Yeah. I might marry Jar Jar.
Watto is both poor and unattractive
and a slaver.
I mean, is Jabba not?
He is.
But he's rich.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh God.
Val says I'd kill myself. That's fair.
I think I'm definitely killing Watto because he's gross.
Yeah.
And an asshole.
I think I'm going to marry Jar Jar because he's at least nice to his
He's not an asshole.
duck girlfriend in the Clone Wars. I would be very unhappy though.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to bang Jabba though.
Okay, that was all of the terrible BuzzFeed things.
Oh,
that was awful. So let's do dudes for Rebels. So Kanan.
I mean, obviously he's the most marriageable.
Yeah.
Like he's already proven he can marriage.
It's true. Kanan, Ezra, and Zeb.
Well, we're assuming
we're
assume
assuming
this is like
Ezra is
post-space
legal.
adventure.
Yeah.
Post-hyperspace adventure, Ezra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, marry Kanan.
Mm-hmm.
Probably fuck Ezra. I said the thing. Bang Ezra and kill Zeb. Sorry, Zeb. You're a cat.
I don't know. You only live once.
cat.
Ezra's annoying. I'll kill him. Why not?
That's fair. Ladies,
Ooh.
you got Hera,
Sabine, and Ahsoka.
Which is like difficult choices. I don't want to kill anyone. I'll marry any of them.
Yeah, no.
I would probably marry Hera though. I don't know. I might want to marry Ahsoka.
I know.
That one's hard.
It's too hard. Ahsoka would always be gone.
You could go with her.
It's true. As fun as it would be to have a Jedi wife.
Yeah, harem. Harem is the only answer for this one.
You mean like Sapphic Paradise Island?
Yes, Sapphic Star Wars Paradise Island. Yeah, I like that choice because I don't want to kill anyone. I love everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What would your answers for boys change at all if we take out Ezra and we do Kanan, Zeb, and Kallus?
Good boy Kallus, obviously not genocidal Kallus.
Yeah. Reformed.
No, probably not.
No. That's right. Nice. Well, that was good.
And this is where Lauren, if I ever get famous, they'll find this video and they'll call me a monster banger.
Yeah.
It's okay, whatever.
That's fine. I'm not concerned about it.
I'm not concerned about it either. Oh, this is the one we've mulled over. Would you rather be a Jedi or a Mandalorian warrior? Not a culty one like Mando, just a regular one.
I think I'd rather be a Jedi because like telekinetic powers is really sweet.
Do I have to be a Jedi or can I just be able to use the Force?
That's a good question.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the temptation to Force choke is strong.
That would be fun.
It's my Force choke. I think I'd rather have the Force too, because like there's nothing to say that like you can't train. Obviously, you can train to be a warrior with any weapon, as long as you're in. Yeah, it'd be nice to be a space wizard.
Yeah. Space wizard, assuming I don't have to be like in the full Jedi Order.
I mean, it depends on when you're a space wizard too.
Yeah, it's true.
Anytime after Order 66, and it's pretty much a free for all of whatever you want to do. I mean, look at Kanan.
That's true.
He has a whole like wife and adopted kids.
Yep.
Honestly, he's one of my favorite Jedis.
He is. He's so good.
Because he's not the best at anything. He's just a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that Kanan like had to have a job through all of his teens and 20s to survive. Like what other Jedi? Like Obi-Wan Kenobi doesn't know what money is. He's never had to earn a dime in his life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This was a lot of Star Wars shenanigans.
I mean, we were upfront about it.
That's true. That's true. Anything else to say about the MKAL before we part ways?
Does anyone have any questions about the MKAL? Has anyone joined and was like, why are they just talking about Star Wars? I wanted to ask a question about the MKAL. Feel free to do that thing. Yeah, I'm just excited about the MKAL.
I'm excited about all the new Star Wars TV shows that are hopefully coming out in the next couple of years.
Me as well. I will watch them and talk about them on the internet.
We're going to go nuts when all the shows we want to watch are coming out.
The
next couple of years are going to be big. More Mando, Ahsoka, Andor, Book of Boba Fett.
You can show them your Star Wars tattoos.
Oh yeah, so we put on fake tattoos for the photo shoot.
We have she has a little Jedi symbol here, which that one looked really cute in the picture.
Then we just did a kind of spacey one that Emily put on pretty crooked.
I'm sorry.
It's fun. I like having fake tattoos.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I think I'm gonna go protest again, like I would put on a bunch of fake tattoos so that if I get arrested, they have a fun time with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tattoos.
I got a bunch of other kind of nerdy ones too, but they're not super Star Warsy. I think I might just put them on where I can see them, like on my little stick arms. I used to have meaty arms. No longer.
From climbing?
I used to have guns.
Lauren used to climb big rocks.
No, I used to climb indoor gyms.
And rocks. You climbed rocks.
Yeah, like a handful of times. Anything else for our discussion? The MKAL's super fun. You guys are all going to really love it. I loved knitting it. It was a delight.
Thank you. It makes me happy when people enjoy knitting my patterns.
This was one of the more fun patterns I've knit in a long time. I would knit it again for sure.
Nice.
I really like the way yours looks too.
I like the way mine looks as well. It's the yarn that I forced you to dye based off the show I forced you to watch. So
it was good.
Makes me happy.
I love it. Watching Rebels is what made me respect Star Wars again. Well, maybe watching Mando made me respect Star Wars again.
That's true. That's true.
But Rebels really helped.
So MCAL wise, clue 3 is the shortest clue, if you're just curious about like how long each clue takes, and clue 4 is the longest clue. And then the clue 1 and 2 are like kind of similar in time size. So if you are trying to get it done in the month, even though you don't have to, you can finish all the way up through July. If you're trying to get it done in the month, clue 3 might be a time where you could pick up some slack.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and I do have notes in the pattern if you are using a skein for color 1 that is less than 460 yards. I recommend that you pick a color 3 and use that third color for clue 3. And that is clearly noted in clue 3, the time to use that color. It's for all of the clue, but you could use like a 20-gram mini skein or a scrap for that. It's not a ton, but it's just enough that it'll give you that extra insurance that even if your gauge is a little off than mine, you won't run out.
That's what I did.
Clue 4. Yeah. Oh, and another thing about clue 4 that I haven't mentioned yet is clue 4 is kind of a choose your own size situation. You can basically knit up until you have a certain amount of yarn to make sure that you can maximize your skein. So yeah. So you can also,
a lot of variability.
Lauren used a less than 460 yard skein for color 1.
I used Knit Picks Hawthorne.
Yes, which is around 400-y. Yeah, it might even be 3
something.
Yeah, but it's upper 3. It's like 380 or 390. And she did the contrast clue 3 with the third color, and she did less repeats of clue 4 than I did. And her shawl is still like a totally wearable size and stuff. It's just,
it blocked out to be a similar size to Emily's.
Yeah, your gauge is also bigger than mine.
Yeah, my gauge is bigger. The yarn was plumper. It's pretty versatile and forgiving in the blocking situation.
So I would say don't stress out too much about yardage. Even if you don't have that third color, you could.
There's a lot of variability.
Just make your clue 4 a little bit smaller than what the sample is.
Yeah,
and they will have. If you don't have a scale, maybe consider getting one because they're an awesome tool, just a kitchen scale to weigh your yarn. Because I will have the amount of grams that you want to leave yourself at the end of clue 4 to make sure that you can complete the shawl and go on to clue 5 and be all happy yardage wise.
Yeah, lots of versatility, lots of fun and shenanigans. Clue 4 is also a little potato chippy too.
It's very potato chippy, I think. I could do that forever.
Yeah, we did it while watching a lot of cartoons.
Yeah, we did.
It's good.
I did mine in just like a day or 2 as well.
Well, we were also crushing it real hard.
Yeah, we needed to take pictures.
We were putting our foot on that gas pedal. I can't wait to share the pictures with you guys. Emily did such a good job.
I'm excited. We found a really cool big old dead tree. And I made Lauren climb into the tree because it looked kind of like otherworldly, the big old dead tree.
Yeah, it's a big old driftwood
and
tree.
Those are my favorite pictures that we took.
We took our pictures at Kiva Beach, if you're familiar with South Lake Tahoe at all.
It was pretty.
Yeah, we had a nice time. There were lots of dogs. It's the dog beach. There's lots of pictures of me getting distracted like, oh, dog!
Yes.
There will be some good outtakes because I make funny faces.
You did some butt wiggles as well. I have a good butt wiggle outtake.
Yay! All right, should we wrap this up?
Yeah, I think so. We have to go record the regular podcast now. It's a big recording day for us, and we bought way too many things in San Francisco, so the episode might be long. But thanks for joining us. This is like last call if you have any questions about the MKAL. But if you're watching this later, after we were live, please feel free to ask questions in the Discord. Other people will definitely help you out because the Fiber Coven is great. But if you have a question that you really particularly want me to answer, or it's like you think there's a mistake or you're having a stitch count error or something, then at me in the Discord. I'm Kitty with a Cupcake. If you're having issues like that, you can send me an email to kittywithacupcake@gmail.com. Those are the best places for me to answer you quickly. So I can see, and I will be on planes most of the day tomorrow. So tomorrow I might not be super attentive to questions. So if you have one, do it now.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, friends.
Yes, thank you so much. Bye. Okay, now I have to turn off 2 lives.
Turning off 2 lives. We're turning
off the YouTube first. Yes. And then we're going to turn off this. Bye.